Hello, welcome to our first literacy lesson of the week. Now we're going to start off with some spellings this morning and we're going to revise the short U sound spelt with an O, like in these words here. So we've got woman, the O is making the U sound, and then we've also got other. Again, the O is making the U sound. Now can you think of any more words with the short U sound spelt with an O? Pause the video now and try and have a little think. Now let's see if you can spot some of these words with the short U sound but spelt with an O within these sentences. Now there are 3 words in each sentence and I want you to see if you can spot them as I read the sentence. The king's brother was asked to govern the island for 1 month. Now pause the video if you need a bit of time to work out what the 3 words are. But did you spot them? The first word is brother. The O is making the U sound. The next word is govern. Now govern means to control and carry out the rules of a country. So somebody who's in charge of the rules. So we've got brother, govern, and there's one more. Did anybody get it? It's month. Super. So we've got brother, govern, and month so far. Let's see if you can spot them in the next sentence. There are 3 words again, so make sure you're listening out for that sound. Do you ever wonder what you might discover if you were to shovel the soil out of your flower beds? Again, pause the video if you need a little bit more time to look at the words. Did anybody find the 3 words? The first one is wonder. The second one is discover. And the final one is shovel. Now the shovel is like the spade that the man is using. So we've got wonder, discover and shovel. Well done if you got those. Now let's have a look at our last sentence, see if you can get the 3 in this one. Well, here we are again, another Monday morning assembly, said Mrs. Smith cheerily above the noise of the children in the hall. Okay, now look for the O in the words, and is that the short U sound? Okay, did you get them? We've got another, okay, Monday, okay, the O is making that short U sound, and the last one in this sentence is above. Okay, so here's all of the words that we found. We've got wonder, woman, brother, shovel, another, govern, above, month, discover and Monday. Okay, now in your home learning pack, all of these words have been jumbled up and you need to have a look at the jumbled up word and try and work out which of the spellings it could be. Okay, now to do this you can have a look at how many letters are in each word. That will definitely help you. And then you can also have a look at which letters. So here we've got an M, an O, which is making the U sound. And there are 5 letters in there. So we've got an M here, but that's 6 letters. Or we've got an M here. Oh, this one's 5 letters. I think this one could be month. Excellent. Let's have a look at our next one. We've got N, A, we've got a W, and this one is 6 letters. Oh, I think it could be our first one here, woman. Excellent. Okay, so pause the video now and complete the spelling activity in your pack. Okay, we're going to start with our English for this week. Now, for the next few days, we're going to be focusing on newspaper reports. So we're going to spend some time today thinking about the features of a newspaper report. Now, what kinds of things would you expect to find in a newspaper report? I have put an example of a front page of a newspaper report here to give you a little bit of a clue. But we have looked at newspaper reports in class before. Now, see if you can remember any of the features, any of the things you would expect to find in a newspaper report. Pause the video now and make a list of the things. Okay, now let's see if you got any of them. We've got an example of a newspaper report here, and I'm going to go through some of the things you would expect to find in a newspaper report. Now, at the start, we've always got the name of the newspaper, okay? Underneath that usually comes the headline. This is a very important part of the newspaper report because it gives the reader a brief idea of what the actual report is going to be about. Okay, then we've also got the name of the person who is making the report. And then a newspaper report begins with an introduction paragraph, okay? And in this paragraph, it includes the 5 W's. Now, I wonder if any of you can remember what the 5 W's are. It talks about who the article is about, what happened, where it happened, when it happened, and sometimes why it happened. Okay, so that's always in an introductory paragraph of a newspaper report. Then the rest of the text just goes through the main events that happened. It gives the reader some facts about the main events. They don't need to know the unimportant things, they just want to know what happened. Okay. Now, a newspaper report will also include some quotes from some eyewitnesses. Can you remember what an eyewitness is? Okay, it's somebody who has seen the event happening themselves, and a news reporter might go to them and ask them what they saw so that they can include it in their report. Okay, so we've got here, 1 minute I was sat by the river minding my own business, and the next my new fishing rod was whisked out of my hands by a gigantic ball of fuzz. It was a very abnormal experience. Okay, so that is a man speaking about what he saw about the event that happened. Okay. Newspaper reports also include pictures, and they always have a caption underneath to explain to the reader what is happening. Okay, we've got another one here as well. Okay, and then the rest of it here is just talking about the main events. And then the conclusion paragraph, the final paragraph, explains to the reader what might happen next. So it thinks about the future of the event. Okay, and all the way through a newspaper report, it is written in the past tense because you are reporting on something that has already happened. And it's also written in the third person. Nobody is writing, I think this. Okay, it's about the facts and the events that happened. Okay, so now you know the features of a newspaper report. It is your turn to have a look and see if you can spot them in a different newspaper report. So we're going to read through the report together, and then you need to find the features. Okay, so you've got a copy of this newspaper report in your pack, and I'd like you to read along with me. Okay, UFO sighting in Greenville Village. A strange incident is reported to have happened on Friday evening in Greenville Village. A local woman spotted unusual lights in the sky while she was out walking her dog. Greenville police officers also discovered a very mysterious circular shape burnt into the grass. An unexplained metal remains on a nearby school field once the sun had risen the following morning. Local detectives are continuing with their investigations. The whole incident started at around 6:35 p.m. on Friday the 27th of January, when Samantha Harris was walking her dog around the outside fences of Greenville Primary School field. The witness is certain that she saw blinding lights in the night sky and heard an ear-piercing noise coming from behind the clouds. The lights were on a fast-moving flying object that Mrs. Harris says then hovered just above the grass. The mysterious object flew so low that I had to jump into a ditch to avoid being hit. My poor dog was petrified, said the now terrified lady. Mrs. Harris sped home, told her husband, and then phoned the police straight away. Okay, and under the picture here it says, the mysterious metal objects and circular shape burnt into the grass found on Greenville Primary School field. Okay, so you can have a read of the rest of this yourself, and then once you have read it all, you are going to complete this sheet in your pack. Now you've got all of the features written along the left side here, and then you need to find the examples of these features within this text. Okay, so we've got the name of the newspaper, the headline, the introduction, which is including the 5 W's. So have a look back at this first paragraph here and try to work out who the article's about, what it's about, where did it take place, when did it take place, and maybe why it took place as well. Okay, now you've also got the pictures with captions. For this one, you can write down what the picture is of and maybe what the caption says. So we've got the picture there of the mysterious metal object, so you can add that to your table. And we've also got a space for you to find some quotes from the eyewitnesses. And then also the main part of the text talks about the facts about the event. So have a look and see what facts you can find. Okay. Make sure as well you are looking at that final paragraph that's talking about what's going to happen in the future. Okay, good luck finding the features, guys, and we'll be back tomorrow to do some more work about newspaper reports.